Okay, welcome back. So the last time we worked on the services package, so I created a phrase service and a local phrase service and a loader. Um, so before we get into controllers, I think it would be a good idea to just do a little bit of debugging just to make sure that things are running kind of as expected, and if they do, then we'll get into controllers. So let's take a look, as this might be a very short video. Unless we have some problems, then it could be a little bit of a longer video. So let's go into main here, and the setup for this, now we're going to start modifying this so that we can initiate the context. So by that I really mean to, here, give me a second. I will open up the main here, just as an example. Here, actually, let's do this. Here I have an example. So this is boilerplate, and I'll show you how it works. This is the main from a previous project, so let me go into this one. And let me go into this main here and see what's next. Okay. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to get into this init here, and we're going to initialize the context. And basically what that is running this. Oops, I'm in the wrong place. So there's no return statement, so this is part of that dependency injection. So framework, you just have to call create. In this case, that's all I have. Maybe later on I'll make it more configurable. Here, I like to put this main on top. That's what I kind of was throwing me off just now. Okay, let's put this at the bottom. This is just my habit of okay, so what I want to do is really get into this. I want to see this, debug this guy, the service that we did, which was a component here, and I'm not really sure at the moment whether I needed to say initializing bean. So let's do this. Let's just do this, see how it works. So after the properties are set, so I want to see that this phrase property gets injected, and so I'm kind of already seeing a mistake here, that I should have called this current phrase. And so the reason I'm doing that is because when I come over here to the bean, it's current phrase, that's the bean ID, so I want to inject by ID. There it is, and that should be it. So this is going to be called, and I think this load. So I will also just load the data as well. So let's just see if that works. This should have this phrase property injected by this time, and then at this point I will load the data, and then I will do this. I will go to the next word. So initially this is a null value, and then I'm going to set it to some sort of value from the data. So we'll do that. And then what I think I can do is just print it. Okay, so let's get into a debug here. So debug, and let's put a breakpoint, see what happens. Okay, got a null pointer somewhere. And I know why, because this is what we have to do to initialize beans. So we're gonna copy this. So we're gonna do a folder called meta-inf, and a subfolder, call it substrate. This is necessary to get this dependency injection framework to work, and then config. I'll explain later on why. And then we have to do this ref configuration. Yeah, let's just do this new. We have to make this JSON file here. JSON file. Okay. So we'll call it reflection config. This is so that reflection works in the Android environment. And so let's just copy these classes here. This is necessary. This is why I'm going through this, to show the necessary steps. Okay. Should this be an array? Okay. So basically what I'm doing is I'm allowing for reflection on class, all declared method, and then right here is where you have to be careful. You don't have to do this again, just copy it. This just has to be copied over. And this is important for later. Okay, and so next what I want to do is, yeah, just keep it like this. Oh, I want to do something else. I want to modify the POM file. I'll show why in a second. Yeah, this is necessary. So let me get into this POM file here versus this one. And so right here, there's a target. Target. Okay, this is where am I going here? Do this copy rename thing. So we want to copy this much of it. Go to the where it says plugins right here. Okay. And so the reason I'm doing that is because I'll come into it in a second. I'll show you where the error occurred. Main init, null pointer, this component class scanner. This is why it was going to get this JSON object, but if saw that the resource, which is going to look for something like this, it was not there. So this is a horrible error message. So what this does is going to look for this. It's really looking for this. That's what it was looking for, and it wasn't there. So I have to make this configuration file and then copy it over to this one. So that's what the Maven build is going to do, and that's why I'm adding this. Alright, so now that I've done that, let's build. Maybe I can kind of get into that component scanner. It was here, so you see. And so I think I'll kind of add this message now. Let's do this resource file. So this is a side thing here. Class loader. Require non-null string. So this is a fix. Sorry, I have to just do it now. Okay. So let's get into this debug again. So you wouldn't. So next time that if this ever happens, then the error message is a little bit better. Looks like that ran good. But it didn't go to that breakpoint. So let's go over here. Actually, let's go back to this guy. And so the reason that it didn't create that was because I need to add these classes as part of some beans. So you'll see how this works in a second. So I want to create this one. Let's do this. We'll grab the package name and then the name of this, so that way it knows to create this. Next we will do this phrase service thing, local phrase service, here it is. And this was really part of services local, and this is P2. Okay. Okay, I think we'll start that up, see if it goes to my breakpoint. No, it didn't. I don't know why two of them started. Let's go to this. Is it possible that okay. It looks like it did go into here. Okay. Just not hitting my breakpoint. We'll just kind of add this. to the message. You see, it did. It looks like it works fine, just something's wrong with the debugger here. Let me do this. Let me just restart NetBeans. Almost there. I'm gonna try the debugging and see if it works. It looks like it ran fine. Just the debugger didn't stop. So if it doesn't work, I'll just kind of stop it there and I'll take a look at it, and by the time we get to the next video, I'll have that worked out. It doesn't stop there, so something's wrong with this debugger. I have no idea. That's okay, we don't need a debugger. We'll just stop it here, and in the next video we will look at setting up these controllers.